I almost Insta tweeted, whatever we call these things now. Now this is going to be an instant classic. Because that championship game between Florida and Houston is going to be an instant classic. That was excitement the whole way through. And I was thinking, since I didn't see the Cinderella story, all four #1 teams, and we talked about what not having a Cinderella story gave us, that ability to everybody in the country to grab a hold and have hope, because Cinderella's in. And so whatever anyone's dealing with, they can think back, well, Cinderella made it that far, so can I. That's the whole idea of the Cinderella story, coming from the story of Cinderella. And we all attached to that because we're attached to the underdog. But we didn't get him this year, and I thought I didn't put a damper on it. But what I'm seeing is, not having an underdog is one product of the UIL and all of those things, and the NIL in the transfer portal. That's one product, the NIL transfer portal and everything else. But the other product is you get players, because of the NIL, staying around a little longer, playing in college, and you get great basketball. And that was a great hustle, fight, hard, fall, give everything I got basketball game. The kind of game we love watching. The kind of game I love watching. And let me tell you something. You guys know. Let me give you all of this, man. I mean, you guys know what I'm saying. This was. I'm sure you saw the game. It was. Houston went up one time maybe by 10, right coming out of the break, went up by 10. But besides, then Walter Clayton came back. Walter Clayton Jr., who's a very, very, very interesting protagonist in this, main character in this movie, had an interesting night. Florida won 65-63. You guys all know. But you would think Houston, I don't know, they fought hard, but they're going to look back and say, man, we left a lot on the floor. We left a lot on the floor. Even though we fought hard, we played hard, we left a lot on the floor. And you can't give anything but kudos to Florida, because they fought hard and they didn't give up. They stayed together, and their mentality was, we had been here before in this tournament, and man, they just kept going. I mean, Walter Clayton didn't score 1 point, not a point, for the first 25 minutes of the game. How the hell can Florida win if Walter Clayton don't score any points in the first 25 minutes of the game? It'll make you think it's impossible. And then you saw it. And that's what I mean, because they fought so hard that we didn't have a Cinderella story. Without Walter Clayton Jr., Florida was a Cinderella, and it looked like Houston had a chance to go take it. But then they rose. They rose. And it was incredible. Now, it was incredible to see them stick together, fight together, not give up, even though Walter Clayton was not playing well, and still win that game. It really was. The leading scorer was Will Richards. He had 18 points, but it all came down in the end to that same man that we're talking about. First 25 minutes, he did nothing. Yeah, but the second 15, he did a lot. He made a couple 3-point plays, old 3-point plays, the new kind of 3-point plays, and he got them back in the game. And in the end, he solidified the win. He solidified the win with a great defensive play. I mean, it was, and I don't want people to understand this, because when I watched this, I tripped this way. This was a perfect defensive play put up against a guy, Richards, who, man, well, okay, let me say it this way. In the end, he got the win. Walter Clayton Jr., fighting back from a bad first half, became the Cinderella that we didn't have. And now he comes out. Can he put this out of his mind and come back and find a way to win this game for his team? And he did, y'all. He did. I'm not lying. I love watching this kid. Remember, I guess that was his mom. I said a mixed baby because it was the mom was a white lady, and then this girl came up with his baby, and it was beautiful. He said it right after the game, man, I just want to hug my mom. And I'm going to tell you something. I thought to myself, I ain't going to lie, and I didn't see it, and I hope I'm wrong, but I thought to myself when he said that right in the interview, man, that's interesting. Didn't say anything about his dad. Then I was like, okay, I'm not gonna say anything. Maybe his dad's around, but you don't know. And then I waited. Then after the game, the lady came up with his mom. I was looking, I didn't see his dad come up. Then I saw I think his girl and maybe the baby, because it looked like it was his baby. And yeah, I don't know. Hopefully his dad is in his life. But I thought about it. Wow. Let me tell you, let me be real with you. I thought about it because this is where I can be real. This is why we created this. So I can talk to you guys and be totally real with you about it all. Not worry about somebody shutting me down and saying, you can't say that, Michael. You can't tell that. You can't do that. You can't do that. So let's be real. Whenever I see a brother or anybody, but especially a brother, because with 30% Caucasians, 51 Hispanic, and 73 African Americans. So whenever I see a brother doing well, I always wonder, where's his father? Is he doing this because of his father or in spite of his father? Now, I'm just sharing. I don't know Walter Clayton Jr.'s personal. Don't know him personally, so I don't know their situation. I don't know his dad could pass. I don't know, God forbid, his dad could be passed, whatever. I don't know. So I'm just sharing with you guys. But my thoughts, right? So Dion, I thought about Dion. I think about Dion and how he is with his son. And we just went through the LeBrons. And then I see Walter Clayton Jr. And I wonder, I hope his father's around to be a part of this. I hope his father is a part of getting him here. And then, so that's why I think through those things. You know what I mean? I think about those things. So yeah, so I did think that. But as I listened to him even afterwards, you just you like him a whole lot. It's going to be easy. It'll be very easy to really fall in love as he moves to the next level. You know what I mean? Because he's a good player, a great player, and you could tell his teammates love him. They were all talking about it, and I just love it. I love that. So, I'm wishing the best for him. But I'm wishing the best for all of those guys. All those guys. But let me look inside the game and tell you guys something, and share something else with you. Emmanuel Sharp, that shot that last ball, had opportunity to make that shot. At least win the game if he hits a three or send it overtime. But they were clearly going for the win. I feel for this brother. Sharp had so many things going on in his mind that he was not sharp on the thought process in those last few seconds. When LJ Cryer threw that ball to him, that ball hit his hands with about 6 seconds on the clock. 5, he goes up. Walter Clayton, perfect time. If he had been a little early, he'd have been too early going for the steal. Maybe he missed it and gave him a shot. Or had been too far back, he would have got the shot off. But Emmanuel Sharp, in those moments, you got to calm your brain. There were options he had because he had so much time. But his mind told him, time's up. He didn't calm his brain. You come around that corner, you get that ball. You got a man, you got Clayton Jr. flying at you. You can get that ball fake. You got 5 seconds. Fake. Let him get up in the air. Lean into him. Get a foul. And take that 3. And you're assured 3 free throws, even if you miss that shot. He could have just faked, let him go on by, stepped up, took his time, and shot that 3. You'd have made it. You'd have been national champions. Sharp was not sharp in those last moments. And I'm going to tell you something, man. I feel for that young brother. Because this, he would never, ever, ever be able to let go. Sharp. Well, think about this. Every day of his life. It would have been the first Houston championship ever. You and Cryer, oh my God, I saw a story on Cryer right after the game. LJ, Baylor, and oh my God, already it being there, it would have been, and bringing Houston there first, it would have been insane. I pray for you, my brother. I know what the game means, and I pray for you. Man, you're going to look at that play for a long time. All you can do, my brother, is rise. Take it, eat it, chew on it, swallow it. And then next year and the year after that and your years in the NBA, you regurgitate it on everybody you play against. That's how you burn that fire. But you'll never stop thinking about it. Congrats again to Florida. I was right in my poll, too, in my bracket, because I did follow my girl, Cynthia Freely. Cynthia, thanks for making me right again.